Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and having a lovely day. And if you're brand new to my channel and you've just randomly found this video, then hi, welcome. My name is Kate and I make videos about motherhood, family life, fashion, interiors, all of that kind of thing. So I would love for you to join us and subscribe by hitting the subscribe button just down there. So for today's video, I thought we would do something a little bit different. So I was at my friend's baby shower a few weeks ago and we played this true or false baby game, and I found it so interesting. There were lots of facts about babies and some I knew, some I didn't, and I thought, why don't I bring the answer card home and play the game with you guys? So obviously you can just watch this game if you're interested to know some of these facts and maybe find out something that you didn't know, but if you want to join in, pause the video, go and grab a pen and a piece of paper. I am going to be telling you the answer after each question instead of making you wait right until the end. So if you want a bit of time to think about it, then pause the video and then carry on watching and playing the game. So anyway, let's play the baby true or false game. So question 1 is, newborn babies urinate about once every hour. So the answer to this is false. So most babies have about 6 to 8 wet nappies a day. They can have up to 10 because they have tiny little bladders. Their bladders can hold about as much as a tablespoon at a time. So they can actually urinate up to 20 times a day, but on average a newborn is 6 to 8 times. Question 2, a baby cannot taste salt until they're 4 months of age. Is that true or false? So the answer is true. Babies can't taste salt until they're 4 months of age. They can taste sweet, sour and bitter foods. I wasn't able to find out much information about why they can't taste salty foods until they're 4 months old, but I did think that was really interesting. I don't really feel like babies have any salt within their diets until they're older than that, much older than that anyway, but I did think that was quite an interesting fact that I never knew. Question 3. A newborn baby can cry for up to 10 hours a day. So have you got your answer? It may surprise you because it feels like they can cry a lot on some days, but it is false. Babies actually cry for up to 2 hours a day, but it's spread out throughout the day, and between birth and 6 weeks of age, it can increase to about 3 hours a day, again, spread out throughout the day. Question 4. A newborn baby can breathe and swallow at the same time. So the answer to this is true. A baby can breathe and swallow at the same time. So I wanted to find out a little bit more about this. I'm going to read it from my phone very quickly because I will not remember. But it says, at birth, the epiglottis and soft palate touch during quiet respiration with the mouth closed. During breastfeeding, the larynx elevates, which allows the epiglottis to interlock with the soft palate, and thus meaning that newborns can breathe and swallow at the same time, which does make sense when they're constantly feeding and they don't come up for air. They must be able to breathe and swallow at the same time. I'd be interested to know how long they can do this for. I don't know if it's just a newborn baby thing and something else develops as they get older, but it's definitely something, of course, that adults can't do that babies can. Question 5, a newborn baby can smell and recognise the voice of its mother. So this one is true and it's actually really lovely. So a baby can start to listen and recognise the sound of their mother's voice, and I'm assuming other voices around them that are there frequently in the last 10 weeks of pregnancy. So your baby will recognise your voice when they are born, and also babies can recognise the smell of their mother's milk from about 3 days after birth. Apparently it's been scientifically proven that a baby would choose their mum's milk over a stranger's milk. So that's why it's just so lovely to always be singing to your baby. And also a lot of people kind of sleep with a toy next to them for quite a few weeks that they give to their baby once they're born, so they recognise your smell. And all of those things are just such a great bonding experience and so lovely when you have a newborn. Question 6. Babies have more bones than adults. True, that babies do have more bones than adults. An average adult has about 206 bones, whilst the average baby has about 305. And that is because their skeleton is mainly made up of cartilage and their bones fuse together as they grow up. Question 7. Babies take more breaths per minute than adults. The answer to this is true. Babies do take more breaths than adults. Adults typically take 12 to 20 breaths a minute, whilst babies on average take 40. This can slow down to about 20 to 40 when they're sleeping, and they can also stop breathing for sort of less than 10 seconds and then breathe again. So if you have ever had a newborn baby and they kind of just stop and then go like that again, and it actually scares the life out of you, that's why their breaths aren't as kind of regulated as ours. But on average they breathe more than us, 40 times per minute. Question 8. 1 in 5 babies is born with a birthmark. So the answer to this is false, and it was actually quite hard to find out roughly how many babies are born with a birthmark. Instead, I found out a lot of information about babies' birthmarks and roughly how many babies have different kinds of birthmarks. So I have written this down. So a lot of the common birthmarks are called angel kisses, stalk bites, salmon patches, and also vascular stains. And up to 70% of babies are born with these. The ones on the back of the necks are called stalk bites, and they usually last into adulthood. But the ones on the forehead and the eyes, called angel kisses, usually go away by the age of 2, and you can get other birthmarks like moles, port wine stains. There's so many different types, and some are more common than others. So I couldn't actually find out any information about exactly what percentage of babies have a birthmark, but I just know there are so many different types, and as I said, some are more common than others. Question 9, true or false, babies are born with kneecaps? So this is false. Babies are not born with kneecaps. Their knees are actually made of cartilage, and they don't ossify, such a posh word, ossify. They don't ossify into bone until they are somewhere between 2 and 6 years of age. So their kneecaps would not show up on an x-ray. And I found this out in a documentary years ago, so I've always found that one really fascinating, but I guess it's what helps them to easily crawl around. Can you imagine us crawling around on our bony knees? That would really hurt. So having cartilage there instead of bone helps them to crawl. Question 10, true or false, at 12 months, a baby's foot size equals half of what their adult foot size will be. So amazingly, the answer is true. So by the time your child is 12 months old, their foot is going to be half of what their foot size is going to be as an adult, if that makes any sense. So not their full adult size foot, half of it. So I found that one very confusing. I got that wrong. But I just found that so fascinating. I'm not sure why this is, but I think a similar thing is that at 2.5, your child is half the height they're going to be a fully grown adult. So it's just things like that I find really fascinating. You can maybe kind of try and predict how tall your child will be, how big or small their feet will be. And it's just so fascinating. So that one was true. Question 11, true or false, your baby's first social smile appears between 4 and 6 weeks of age? So the answer to this is true. I did get some conflicting results back when I researched this, and a lot of websites said it's actually between sort of 6 and 12 weeks, not 4 to 6 weeks. But I'd say around 6 weeks is when you would start to notice your baby smile for the first time. On average, it can be a bit before, it can be a little bit after. They lose that sort of reflex smile that they get when they're like full or they have wind, which is still so cute. And they start to smile because they're actually smiling at you, recognizing you and happy. So yeah, I love that one as well. It's such a cute fact. So there you go. That is the baby true or false quiz. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe I could do some more about this on toddlers, or I don't know. It could just be quite a fun one to do. If you did answer the questions and you want to leave how many you got right in the comments below, please do so. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, any comments that you have. And let me know if you have any cool baby facts as well, because I quite clearly love a good baby fact. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and as I said, please subscribe as well. I would love for you to come and join us for more videos just like this, and I will see you again very soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.